Hi everyone, I'm about 5 minutes late. Sorry about that, I had to charge my phone. I don't know who's with me at the moment. I did send out a few invitations. I was going to come back on today, briefly live, just to see how everybody was from the distance healing that I sent out on Sunday. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Purple Haze, aka Hayley. I'm a Tibetan Reiki master and an angelic practitioner. I also work with gemstones, Reiki gemstones particularly, and I also do Hopi air candling, and I do a monthly sort of group, but obviously it's on hold at the moment because of COVID. Hello John, how are you doing? I sent you some healing as well. I don't know if you did feel it. Did you feel it? I will be honest with you guys, I was absolutely exhausted and really ill on Monday after I'd done the healing Sunday. I was expecting it, to be honest, but I wasn't expecting it quite as full on as that. So I actually had the day off Monday, off of my part-time job, because I was so poorly. So I basically felt just really fluey and tired. Hi everyone, hi Nicola, hi Charlotte. Thank you for coming back. I know one of you texted me, Charlotte, saying that they felt brilliant or they said thank you for the healing and they noticed it. So I hope you guys did feel something. So yeah, you can feel a bit sluggish to begin with, a bit tired and a bit groggy and a bit sort of, well, I did anyway, but that's understandable because I was sending it out to like 25, 30 people. So if there's any tips anyone can give me, you spiritual guys out there, if you know if there's any way I can avoid that, that's something that's always happened to me when I do healing. Even when I do one-on-one healing, I tend to get some of it back, no matter how much I protect myself. So I don't know if that's because I'm an empath, but yeah, I find I've got to really Reiki myself and have lots of water after. Oh, brilliant, Nicola. As the days go on, you'll find you'll feel better because the grid will get stronger and stronger. Yeah, I felt tired. I felt like I'd been hit by a bus, literally. I thought I felt hungover, to be honest, like I've been out on the Raz drinking, and I don't drink that much at all. I did over COVID. I've had a few wines, admittedly, but lately, especially this week, I've had no drinking at all. Not alcohol anyway, only water and juice. So I have been really, really thirsty. I don't know if you guys have been thirsty, but that's your body telling you to drink more water. So I've got this nice mug here full of water, so I will be sipping on as we go on. So yeah, I've been holding some stones as well with me while I've been going through it. So I've been using red jasper because that one's good for the lower root, like I said before, and it's good for confidence, I find, and good when you're feeling poorly. And quartz is the most powerful one of all, clear quartz, which is this one. So I wear that one a hell of a lot. I sometimes take it to bed and put it by my bedside. You can put them under your pillow as well. You can put them in the bath. But just to let you guys know, it is the full moon tonight, obviously, the cold moon. So get your crystals out in the moon tonight, in the moonlight. Put them on a dish outside. You'll think the moon's probably not getting to them, but the moon's massive, so it will. So just put them somewhere where you think they're going to get some moonlight tonight. And that will help cleanse your stones, your gemstones, if they've picked up any unwanted negative energies on their travels, which they will do because they're like little computer storage systems, I call them. So they carry a lot of information in them, so it's a bit like not ever getting your computer wiped or cleared. So it's a good idea to put them out in the moonlight, and Reiki's another way you can get your stones cleansed as well. So I do double, I do moonlight and Reiki. So yeah, I do that, and that gives them a good cleanse, and then that anything you've picked up on your travels while you've been wearing them, it's good, because sometimes it can be the crystals we're wearing on the things that we hold in our house or our possession that might contain some negative energies. And this could even go as far as when you go to a charity shop and buy something, you bring it back and you don't really know what energies are on that item. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, actually, because the energies in this house have been a bit frayed, as I call it, the last month or so. And I've been thinking, is it because I've been bringing in a lot of not charity shop thing, but we've had a lot of donated things from family and different places, and I'm thinking, God, well, all this stuff, where's it coming from? And I feel like I need to have a good clear out and a good cleanse and a good shift out of everything. So if you're feeling that way, really good idea to do it at the moment because of the moon. The full moon is sort of releasing everything you don't want, and the new moon, which will be coming up on the 13th/14th, I've got the 13th, because the new moon came out, the full moon came out the early hours of this morning, so that means the new moon will be coming out on the 13th. So I'll do another video around that time. And then we can obviously look at the new moon things then. So there's the full moon and the new moon. So the new moon will be when I'll deactivate this healing grid. So all you guys that received healing should receive healing for another 14 days precisely. So this grid should get more and more powerful as it's sat there, as I've not touched it. It will get more and more powerful, and you guys will be sent more and more healing as the days go on, and you should start to feel better as each day passes. So it'll be really good to see where you're at in 14 days time, because another thing Reiki does is give you insight. It sort of wakes you up sometimes to things, makes you change course of life or suddenly get an idea. So yeah, that's what it done for me when I learnt Reiki. It took 4 years to get to Reiki level, master sort of level. My inspiration was my dad's poor health. Not a very nice thing to talk about, but I always look at it as a positive, that if it wasn't for my dad passing to the other side, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. And I don't look back on it. I feel him with me. I feel his spirit with me, and I've got some really, well, good news to tell you. I'm going to cry in a minute, actually, if I tell you it. Basically, I might have a job at Dorothy House, and that's where my dad spent his last sort of weeks. Well, we thought it was going to be his last weeks. I've got to tell you this because it's an amazing story. Yeah, we were all called in because we thought he was going to pass away that night. Literally all the family, 20, 30 of us in there. You only get 10 days in Dorothy House because it's a charity-based thing. And Dad really didn't want to pass away in there. He wanted to go home. So I've been on with him on his whole 2-year journey of being ill and giving him the Reiki. And I kept thinking, yeah, he's going to get better. And he did. He'd get a little bit better, and then he'd deteriorate. He'd get a little bit better, and he'd deteriorate. Because the cancer just catches up too quickly for what I could help him with at the time, because I was only sort of level 2 at that point. But anyway, I thought, no, my dad's not going to pass. He's not going to pass. And I spent 6 hours Reikiing him. All the family went home. They said their sort of goodbyes, and I fell asleep on him. Actually, I was like that for 6 hours. When I woke up, my dad was gone, and I thought, God, he's died, and they took him away. But actually, no, he was up, he was dressed, he was having breakfast, he was in the toilet, actually, and I was like, Dad, where are you? And he was like, I'm in here, hey? And I couldn't believe it, and the nurses couldn't believe it, and they came in and said, oh my God, he's done a complete turnaround in 6 hours. So the Reiki made him well enough to go home. That was all he wanted. And it was amazing, really amazing. I'll never forget that. So the fact that I've applied for this job in Dorothy House, it was meant to be home carer, sort of door to door. And I thought, no, I really want to be in the hospice. And I had a phone call a week or 2 ago saying, so sorry you haven't been successful on that, but we'd really like you maybe in the hospital. So she's going to have a word with the IP nurse, and I might have a job there. So yeah, I feel like, oh my God, it's happened right at the time when my dad sort of was ill and stuff too. So fingers crossed. And obviously if it happens on the 2nd of March, wow, that's the day passed. So I'll never say never, because some strange things happen in my life. So I know my dad's with me big time at the moment, and my gran. Does anyone else see numbers significantly, like 111, 222, 444, that sort of thing? Anything up to 9 really, you can get it significantly. I keep getting 444 this week. So I don't know if you guys do that. That's angelic numbers, and usually it's a sign. So if you see anything like that, it means there's signs for you, okay? So if you're not quite sure what they mean, give me a tinkle, or you can look it up on Google. But I keep seeing 444, and it says someone's trying to communicate with me. I've got a feeling it's Gran, because she passed in March, and I haven't heard from her spiritually since, because we haven't actually buried her yet and said goodbye. So yeah, I think that's my Gran coming through at the moment, which is quite nice. So anyway, the Reiki grid's there. You've all seen it before. I don't know whether to show you again. But after I finished with you guys, I picked a card out, Inspiration, and it was quite sweet. And my partner was watching me when I pulled it out, and it's a shame I wasn't videoing it, but it says, your love, light and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration and healing result. So that was from doing the distance healing grid. I asked the angels to pull out a card just for me, and that's the one they pulled out. So it was purple, ironically, as well, and there's not many purple cards in that pack, so I was quite pleased with that. So I've kept that one with the grid, and I'm really chuffed from the results of the grid. Sorry I got a tear in my eye, but that welled me up then. I always get a bit emotional in this room. And also the 14-day cycle I had for the grid, and the purple is for psychic development, which we know already. So we'll put those over there. Okay. And the moon at the moment is called the cold moon. Reason being, it's the first winter moon of the year, for the just gone the winter solace. And the reason the Native American tribes named it that, it was the Mohawks, I think, and they named it that. And it's the changing of the seasons. The longest night of the year, or coming up to the longest night of the year, was the solace. So I know it's damn cold because it's been icy out there today. So yeah, I think we had a bit of snow as well. Has anybody else seen any snow? Had some snow going on. Right, and the next full moon is not until the end of January, but I will catch up with you guys again on the 14th, that's Sunday. Not the 14th, the 13th, sorry. I am still in pain, but I have slept better than I have in a couple of weeks. I've even had a nap this afternoon. There we go, Sandy. You need lots of naps, my love, to keep it, and water as well. Remember to keep drinking that water, and carry the clear quartz on you if you can, because that's a very good cleansing stone, and citrine if you've got it. The yellow citrine, because that's very good for sort of water infections in the bladder and the kidneys and that sort of thing. Okay, I was thinking of you today and wondering how you were getting on, and baby James. Yeah, well, Sandy suffers. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what Sandy suffers with, so I'm not going to say. Yeah. She basically fell asleep when I sent her the Reiki healing, and she forgot that I was doing it, and she said she never falls asleep. So she wondered why she passed out, and that was why. Yeah, I slept all day Monday, literally, and I'm not one for sleeping any more than 6 hours, because my body just won't allow me to sleep any more than that. I'm just too full of energy. So this new moon is all about change as well for everybody. A big change is about to come your way, and that means everyone. So I don't know if that's linked to COVID or whether that's personal issues, but change is coming on the way, okay? Stones to use for if you want to enhance the moon, or you like the moon, you know, you want some moon kind of gemstones. Obviously selenite is one, which I'm holding in my hand. This is like very angelic looking and moon-like. Can you see that? It looks like the moon. It sort of reflects like the moon. It's an angelic crystal. It will dissolve in the water, so don't put it in any water or get it wet. It's quite brittle and you can snap them quite easily. You can get big wands like this as well, which I have got one and I've lost it. And I'm a bit gutted I've lost it, which is why I've got this. But they say when you lose your gemstones, it means you either don't need them or they've served their purpose. So hopefully it will turn up. So there's the selenite, and I've also got the big wand here that I used on the grid. Okay, so selenite's one moon sort of stone you can use, like gemstone. We've also got the actual moonstone itself. Oh, I forgot to show you these little selenites. These little mini selenites, I do put them in little mini glass jars with a little wish charm, and they're quite nice for presents. They're like little jars, and you can put them on your shelf or by your bedside. They're about $4.99, I think, those. I've got to make some more of those. There's some raw moonstone. I don't know if you can see it in this light. It's not very attractive moonstone unless it's rainbow moonstone. And that's an ordinary sort of moonstone. And I think I'm wearing rainbow moonstone on my finger. If you can see that one, sort of shining. Okay, so moonstone is actually my gemstone for June. So anybody born in June, then your gemstones are moonstone, pearl, and I think it's Amazonite, I think. And that's the three. We've got three, luckily, but everybody else has got one, apparently. And also labradorite is a good moonstone for the moon. You see the shine on that? I don't know if you can. I need to turn up the light, I think. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. There we go. You see the fleck on that? That's beautiful. That's labradorite. I can't never say that one very well. But those are the three sort of stones to enhance the moon, okay? So if you've got any of those and you want to pop them out in the moonlight, apparently amazing things will happen to you if you do that. I've not tried that one. I just put my regular stones out that I always put out. And if you do buy anything chakra related from me, or anything to do with gemstones, Reiki gemstones, or any jewellery, I do provide this little pamphlet which tells you all about where the stones go and what they're for. Let me just open it up. My lovely partner helped make these because he's more computer literative than me. There we go. So just a little chakra guide there, which is quite useful. And if you're feeling really fruity on the back, it tells you how to cleanse them, what to do with them, and there's even a little code there where you can get your stones recharged, okay, and you get a discount, okay. So I'd roughly say your gemstones probably need cleansing. Depends on how often you use them. Like I do mine in the moonlight every month. just for the hell of it, really, because I want to. But you don't have to. You can get them Reiki'd every 3 months. You could put them under spiritual water or some sort of clear sort of, you know, natural spring water sort of thing. But if you're going to get them just Reiki, then I'd say every 3 to 6 months possibly would be a good time to do that. Depends how often you use them, like I said, and where you go and what energies they pick up. And you can usually tell when your stone sort of had its day or it needs a good recharge, because you won't feel anything from it anymore. A good way to tell is to sort of sit and hold it, and if you can't feel any sort of feelings from that stone at all, no sort of energy in that stone at all, or you feel you're wearing it and it's not actually doing anything, then it's probably time to give it a good cleanse. Alright? So, I don't know if anybody wants to ask any questions. Feel free to pop any questions up that you want to ask, and I'll try and answer them for you, whether it's regarding the moon, or gemstones, or angels, or anything like that. I have got my cards out tonight. I've got several packs lying here, and I don't know whether to do any for anyone, or anybody wants any guidance. If you do, then please say, and I will do one for you. Okay? Now, I think that's all I've got on my little list here to say to you. I always write it down because I'll forget otherwise. As we get older, we forget. Now, I've got some happiness cards which I've never used before, and they just give you little sort of insights on things to do, which is quite strange. So I've never used those before, and they're sort of split up into little sections of kindness, meditation, connections, and purpose. So if anybody wants one of those, yeah, they're quite interesting. But they're literally tasks, so you've got to like do tasks on those, like things that, like insights on what to do. And I've got these, which are sort of chakra cards. I've never actually used these before either. They're chakra sort of cards that will come out with what chakra needs balancing at this time. So that would be quite interesting to do one of those to see whether I would, you know, whether they're spot on. Charlotte Harvey, would you like me to do one of the chakra ones? Because I've never used those before, and I just want to see if it would coincide with, because I know I done you a little reading the other day and I'm trying to think what it said now. So it'd be interesting to see if a similar thing would come out, but this is a different sort of card. So let me pick one of the angel cards to go with it, just to see. This is for Charlotte Harvey. Sometimes the cards sort of link together, sometimes, not always, but they usually do, if that makes sense. Cleanse and detoxify. There we go then. So it's funny I said about the chakra ones. Cleanse and detoxify was the one you got there. Okay, so you definitely need to cleanse and detoxify your body, Charlotte. Yeah, so you can do that in lots of ways. Really good cheap way actually, which I do as well as the gemstones, is Epsom salts. So you can get them sometimes in the pound shop, sometimes in the cheap shops, sometimes in Lloyd's Chemists they sell them cheap. Between £1 to £5 a bag, but they're brilliant, honestly. Put some Epsom salts in your bath, and that really gives the body a good cleanse. It sort of soaks into the skin, and you feel great after. Do it a few times, and honestly, it really helps. So that and gemstones in the water, drinking water, and just giving yourself a break, really, I think, as well. Okay, so cleanse and detoxify, because your poor body needs it. Okay, and if you ask the angels, because they know you're struggling at the moment, you only got to ask for their help. But if you don't say it, they can't help you. Okay, so I feel like you want their help, but you have to say it for them to help you, and they will come and help you with this. Okay, and it's about shedding old ways as well, which would be good on the moon, because this is the time to do it. So you need to give all your cares and worries to the angels, okay, Charlotte, so that your body can cleanse and detoxify. You need to sleep a little bit more as well. I feel you're not sleeping very well at the moment. Maybe lavender, some face masks and that sort of thing. Hot baths if you can, if you've got a bath. Okay. Let's see what stone comes out for you, Charlotte, out of interest. Now I'm going to say, before I even pull anything out, and I could be wrong, but I'm feeling orange. I am feeling orange and yellowy stones, so we'll just see. It might not be. I didn't even knock them. I've never done these before. Why have I got orange? Oh my god. Yes, it is orange. There we go. And I didn't look. It says Walk barefoot outside and be mindful of the sensations this invokes and your earthly connection to your body. So do you remember, Charlotte, when we were talking about grounding in the roots and that sort of thing? So if it's not possible to go outside barefoot, you can do it in the house, okay? Or do what I said about imagining the roots growing in your feet. That's amazing. It's orange. And that's the root chakra. Oh my God. So that stone's like carnelian, orange carnelian, red jasper, as we spoke about. If you look at the lady on the other side, you can see the root chakra positioning down the bottom. Okay? Okay, so that's all about being connected to the earth, Charlotte. Does that make sense to you? Do you feel a bit airy-fairy sometimes, like you can't make decisions, like your mind's in another place? That's another reason why we need to be grounded. So that alone can create that anxiety in our body if we can't make decisions and we're feeling a bit flitty, and then it can cause our bodies to be a bit clogged, and we need to just do that cleanse and detoxify thing, okay? So that's amazing that I said orange and that came out orange. Oh my God, because it goes with the orange, cleanse and detoxify, okay? Right, and let me just see what it says. It'd be funny if it's orange again on this one. These are called happiness cards. I've never done these before. Only for myself once, bizarrely, but I didn't keep it up, so. Yep, right. Now, I don't want to look, but I did look then, and I'm feeling drawn to that green one, bizarrely. Kindness, Charlotte, has come out. It says you've got to volunteer or donate money somewhere. So I suppose it's like a give and take thing. They're saying if you can give with kindness, you'll get back tenfold. Okay? So giving away your time or money makes you feel better than receiving it. Okay? Maximise the psychological benefits of giving. You can't feel obliged to give. You have to choose to do it. Okay? So never feel obliged to give. Always do it out, because you want to. Giving works better if you feel closer to someone after it. Number 3, giving feels best when you know it's actually going to have an impact. Okay? Choose to give today. What can you do today that will make you feel closer to someone and is actually going to make an impact? Volunteer your time with a friend at a local shelter. Do a favour for someone in an old folks home. Can you sponsor a family overseas? So there's giving you ideas here of what you can do. Or give some money to a microloan non-profit to help support a small business. Get creative. There are millions of ways to give. Okay? So I don't know if that helps you, Charlotte. Okay? Just saying if you can give out a little bit more and help voluntary somewhere, you're going to get more rewards back. Okay? So maybe it is that you feel under pressure, but I feel you need somewhere to go to get away from that pressure. And maybe just doing that will get you out of the house and get you out of the pressure you're in. Does that make sense? I volunteered in a charity shop once. I'm still a volunteer, but I don't actually help at the moment because of COVID. But I felt I had to do something. So I suppose in a way, this is my way of giving what I'm doing now, because I don't charge for what I'm doing now. I like doing it, and I know you guys like it. So I hope that's okay, Charlotte, for you. All right. So remember, the orange carnelian would be good for you, or any red sort of stones. So garnet, any red, orange stones at all, really, for you. Okay. I think we all need some good grounding at the moment, to be honest. So we all need to wake up in the morning and feel our roots grounded to the floor. I'm going to put that one back in, Charlotte. And that one. And Sarah Eilert, I'll do you next, my love, because I know you forgot my session the other day, didn't you? And then we'll do Jane. No problem. I'm going to hold my wand, actually. Put that on my lap. And get a drink. Right then. Now we're connected to Sarah now. Gets quite thirsty, talking all the time. How's your man doing, Sarah? I hope he's doing okay. I don't know if he's feeling any better, but I did send, as much healing as I could. I'm doing the angel ones first, Sarah. See what comes out. I feel compelled to pick 3 there. You have to release and surrender something, Sarah, to make steady progress, to give you the confidence that you need. Okay, I don't know if that's making any sense to you. And the angels are showering you with blessings. They have their arms wide open for you. And you just have to accept open your arms and heart to their assistance. I know you do believe. They're saying they acknowledge you for the progress that you've made. And they see you like sort of, how's the word to explain it? Through your eyes, through love. You're such a loving person, and I think, you know, you do look through loving eyes. But I think sometimes people think you don't, and you do. You've got a very big heart. Moving forwards doesn't necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. It's saying you have to have confidence in God. And I know that can be hard sometimes because of the things you've been through. You feel like sometimes God isn't there for you, or is there even a God, I feel. But I see him as a great spirit, that's what I call him. So there is a higher force there, and there's a reason for everything, okay? He had his... Oh, great. Well, at least he's got his appointment through now, that's good news. But I will send you that red jasper, Sarah, if you want one, okay? Because I've just got some on order now, some big ones that I've just ordered, well, bigger ones. They want you to lean on them anyway with your worries. Don't ever feel you can't, okay? And they'll give you more courage and strength if you can do that, Sarah. Alright? Let me see what comes out for the chakra ones for you. I want to say blue for you for some reason. Well, blue is associated with the throat chakra, which is communication, speaking about ourselves and being able to speak up really about things. Let me see. I'm not always right mind on the cards because I've never done these before. Well, that's yellow. You have yellow. That's your solar plexus house. That's your powerhouse, Sarah. So that's just above the orange one, okay? If you see the orange one, so it's right where your abdomen is. That's your sort of core center in there, where all your ideas come from, all your vitality and strength comes from there. So if that one's a bit depleted, we often find that we're a bit sluggish. We don't really know where we're going in life, and we don't know what goals we're sort of achieving. We're a bit sort of lost. So we kind of know where we're going, but we've lost that vavoom. Does that make sense? That energy, that motivation. So you've got to activate your personal power again, basically, okay? So you can do that by chanting a mantra, Ram. So you could go Ram, basically, keep saying that word Ram, but you have to do it in a mantra sort of way. I don't know if you want to look that up, because I'm a bit embarrassed to do it online. But yeah, if you can do a mantra, which is basically a thing you say out of your mouth, a certain word, a phrase, that will help that chakra point there. And you can also use stones such as citrine, which is the yellow sort of stone, or I think now there's yellow aventurine, and there's also yellow jasper as well as red jasper. You can get yellow jasper too. My dad had that one actually. So it's people respect my worth, it says on that one. So it is about how people are treating you. That's what I was just saying. It's sometimes people don't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. That's how I'm feeling, okay? And you know your worth, and that's all you need to know. That's what I'm being told by my guides, that's all you need to know. You don't need those people in your life, the ones that put you down. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense to you there, Sarah. There's a lot going on for you at the moment, as I know you told me you're getting married soon and stuff, so I hope that goes well for you with everything that's been going on, because that's quite dear to you, that happens the way you want it, you know, at the time you want it as well. Okay, so you've got yellow there. I'm still seeing blue though, and I'm thinking turquoise for some reason, so I don't know if that means anything to you, turquoise, Sarah. As in the gemstone or the colour turquoise. I've got that quite prominent. I don't know whether that's a colour you're using at your wedding or something, but I've got turquoise, okay? Turquoise is a spiritual stone, if you were going to look at it in spiritual terms. Quite a high spiritual stone, protective. It's one that the Egyptians used. I don't know whether to do another one on that one, Sarah, or go to the happiness ones now. I was just feeling turquoise and blue as well for you, as well as that yellow. Unless it means something else to you. Where's they gone? Where's my connection cards? Happy cards, there they are. I've got them. I'm happy now. Ah, you just painted the bathroom turquoise. That's why. I can see turquoise. Is it very sea-like, Sarah? As in, you know, well, it would be being a bathroom, but I just see it being, well, I don't know, mosaic-y maybe in a way. I see little mosaic things going on. Right, these are the happiness cards. Oh, we have got blue this time. We've got turquoise this time. We've got gratitude. It says self-compassion. So it's what I'm saying. You've got to give yourself more compassion, Sarah. Don't give yourself a hard time just because other people are. Okay? A lot of it is jealousy, you'll find. Okay? It's often jealousy. Spin that negative self-talk into something amazing, Sarah. This will likely take you 15 minutes, but don't stop until you feel like you're done. Pick something in your life that makes you feel insecure, ashamed, or not good enough. Maybe you suck at keeping secrets or have a love-hate relationship with the mirror. Funny I said mosaic mirrors. I was going to say bloody mosaic mirrors. Once you've finished it out, write a letter to yourself expressing compassion, understanding and acceptance regarding this part of yourself. So there's something you need to pick, Sarah, that you're not happy about, that you need to write about. Okay? Speak to yourself like you're a really good friend. What about this part of yourself makes you grateful? How has it helped or supported you? Consider things that are contributing to the negative aspects and list any constructive changes that could help you improve or cope with this issue better. Now put this plan into action. So that's great, Sarah. So if you do that, and you can also write to your angels as well if anybody's interested in that, because they will answer back to you. They might not reply straight away or do what you've asked straight away, but they will acknowledge what you've asked. So I hope you can understand that, Sarah. I can send you a screenshot of that if you want afterwards, because that's quite a lot to take in. But yeah, basically give you compassion for yourself. Think of something that you don't like about yourself that you need to start bigging yourself up about, basically. Okay? And you've got to write yourself a letter. It should take you 15 minutes. Alright? So there's the gratitude one, and I will keep that to one side a minute so that I can take a screenshot of that for you. The unlikelihood of it popping up twice for someone is quite unlikely. I don't usually do that, but I will this time, because you need a screenshot of that one, don't you? Right. Is that alright, Sarah? I've not tried them. Well, once I tried that task, and it was quite interesting. Those tasks, they're quite good, they are. It's, I don't know where I've got those from, actually, those cards. Who is next? I think I said, did you get message? What was that, Debs? Oh, Debbie, sorry, Debbie Stones. I'm not sure what message that was. If you've just sent it to me, then I probably wouldn't have got it. I'll have a look on my ports in a minute when I've finished. Jane, I think, was next. I don't know if I remember a message from you or not. I did have a look earlier, but it might be since I've sent you the video, maybe. I don't know if you can write it up there. If not, I'll promise I'll message you as soon as we finish. No, I haven't seen that. I can do you a card one now, Debbie, or did you mean a proper reading? I do sell them online on my website. If you wanted a one-on-one reading, I do email or one-on-one on Messenger. Obviously at the moment with the COVID rules, I don't think we can actually do face-to-face at the moment. Right. Jane. I didn't do Jane, did I, the other day? That's the angel ones I want. Where have they gone? I lost my angel cards. I don't know where I put them, Jane. So I'm going to do this. Ah, that's what I've done. How did I do that? There's two there. I seem to have muddled them up somehow. Right. Now, I might have to do a different card pack, Jane. I've lost my angel cards. Can that be? The spirit's taken them? Well, the oracle ones, I know they are, to the left of me. I get all batty when I come in here. It's too many energies flying around in this room. We've got that crystal grid there. Right, there we go. I've got them all now, Jane. Getting in a right kerfuffle. Does anybody watch, a bit random, but has anybody ever watched Friday Night Dinner? Honestly, it's hilarious. Oh, there's angels for you, Jane. It's just I had 3 of the cards mixed in with the other ones. I don't know what the hell's going on. Right, concentrating now, Jane. Nothing to worry about, Jane's the first card. law of attraction. So basically you'll get what you think about, okay? So you need to pay careful attention to what you're thinking about at the moment and what your wishes are. Because what you think about and put out there, you'll literally get, okay? Does that make sense? So if you start thinking good things, you'll start getting good things, okay? I know that's really hard to do sometimes. But the angels are saying there's nothing to worry about. Everything has been worked out in divine order for you, basically. There's a reason for this and why it's all happening the way it is, okay? And as more sort of unfolds, more will unfold as to why, okay? And also, obviously, paying dividends to your thoughts, as I said. So try and think more love, peace, and harmony with your thoughts rather than anger and hate and what's the word? Disappointment. That's the word I want to use, because I feel you've had quite a lot of disappointments, and you're getting a bit fed up with the disappointments, and you're beginning to sort of lose your faith a little bit on the angels and stuff. But they're saying if you puck your, lift your head up again and hold your heart out again to them and have that faith for them, they'll be able to help you a lot more again. So I feel they used to, and you used to talk to them quite a lot, maybe more so, and now you're a bit, I don't know what to believe sort of thing. Okay, so they will help you at your requests. They'll attune your energies to higher frequencies, they're telling me, okay? So ask them tonight, Jane, okay? Now, or you could write it down and do a letter if you don't want to say it out loud, okay? And you have to be more assertive. That's the third card I pulled out, okay? So don't be so hesitant in things. Be a little more assertive in your decisions and answers, and sort of, don't worry too much. Go with what you want. Don't sort of worry. Still worry what other people want and be kind, but don't sort of say yes when you want to say no. Does that make sense? Because I feel sometimes you say yes when you want to say no, or no when you want to say yes. Okay, when someone asks you something, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Okay, but there's also a need to be strong and truthful as well with the people involved here. So you can't sort of, what's the word, hide, say they're a nice person when actually you know different, okay? So sometimes we need to be a little bit more honest, but you can do that without hurting people. You just have to be a bit more diplomatic, I suppose that's the word I want to use. And they'll stand right behind you when you're speaking your truth, okay? So there might be something that you have to say to someone, or maybe there's something you haven't cleared up yet, or you've fallen out with someone and it's been bugging you and it's been on your mind, I feel, and this is about, bringing that out maybe and clearing that up, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you, Jane, because COVID's been a really funny time where we've really found out who our true friends are and our true friends aren't, I feel, okay? So always remember to look after number one as well, though. You have to look after number one too. You can't, that's something I am very bad at, and I think that's why I went through all that bit of, I call it a healing crisis, because I was probably a lot worse than you guys on Monday. So yeah, if you don't go with it and go with what your body's telling you to do, and yeah, I've never done anything so dramatic as this before. Obviously I needed some healing, because I was so tired on Monday and needed lots of water. So it's a good indication, go with what your body's telling you to do, alright? And we'll also do the chakra one, Jane, and see what comes out for you. I don't know whether I'll get any insight on this one for you, on the chakra one. I've got a feeling you benefit from rose quartz, Jane, myself, which is stone of unconditional love, which is for the heart chakra, as well as a green stone for the heart chakra. There's also a pink one as well. So rose quartz is a very pale pink colour, and that will really help you love yourself and the angels. Great for relationships. So that's the stone, I think, for you. And if you want it to help your relationship, you can put it by the side of your bed, by your bedside cabinet, or four corners of the room. There's another one, okay? I love rose quartz. I have got some rose quartz hearts on my website. There's only about 4 left though, I think. I've got one, but I keep on keeping one of everything, and then I never wear it. I've got like hundreds of gemstones. I do wear them, but this is my sort of favourite, followed by my tree of life and another little quartz that I've got here, and occasionally I will swap them out, but oh, bless you. If you like, Debs, I can do a specific thing, or try and do a specific thing for you, like I did with the grid, but do it separately from this to try and help you with what you've asked for. All right, I could send them some Reiki healing if you'd like me to, if that, with your permission, of course. Okay. All right. So I will text you after, and we'll do that. Right, Jane. I don't know if you've got a rose quartz. I know I had one on my competition page a long, long time ago, and I can't remember who won it now, out of interest. But I might do, actually. It's I'll put one up for the Valentine's sort of season coming up to February. I'll put a rose quartz. You know, one of my giveaways. I'll do a rose quartz, I think. All right. No problem, Debbie. No problem at all. I will know who you are when I click on it, I expect. I just can't see your face from here because the profiles are so tiny on my phone. Right, Jane, you've got the orange one as well. And you are the creator of the world. Okay, so that's orange chakra. That's just above the root chakra, alright? So it's sort of where your female parts are, just a little bit above that. Alright? If that makes sense, okay? So you have to imagine a red lotus flower at your feet to remind you that your thoughts have the power to take shape. So that does coincide with the other card that you had, that you have to be really wise about what you think about, okay? So try and think nice thoughts. Imagine the red lotus flower, alright? So actually, no, it's a red stone, Jane. I'm not orange, it's because I'm in this light here, I can't see. The root chakra is red, okay? So that would be red jasper, garnet, anything really like red, orange sort of stones, okay? That's the one for you, okay? And if you feel grounded, Jane, remember you'll be able to make better decisions as well, and that will help you sort out, you know, the issues that we talked about on the cards, okay? And let's see what the happiness one says for you. Red jasper, Jane, yeah. That's the only two I can think of. Red jasper and garnet are the two red stones I can think of. There isn't many red stones, actually, not really. That's the only two I can think of that I sort of specifically use. Tiger's eye, actually, that can be, you can get red tiger's eye, I think. And I think you can get red aventurine as well. So there are quite a lot of red stones out there. So if you were to go to a gemstone shop, Jane, or write in red gemstone, say, and see what comes up on Google, and see what ones you feel drawn to. And I might be able to help you out there. I have got garnet, and I have got jasper. Alright? Let's see what comes up for Jane on the, I'm not going to look, Jane, this time. On the happiness cards, it says, oh, you've got meditation, Jane. So I don't know if you do meditate or if you've tried. It says take a mindful stroll. So I don't know whether you've been doing any strolling with the COVID stuff. I know I did with the kids. It drove me nuts. Constantly going for walks. But it's good for your health. Right, it says 10 minutes, Jane, of walking is a good meditation for you. Okay, even if you do it for a week, you know, once a week. It can interrupt your patterns of rushing. So maybe you rush around quite a lot, do you, Jane, and you don't get much rest? Yeah, I thought so. So you need to relax a lot more, and maybe go for that walk, because you find it hard to sit down. You're like me, I have to have something in my hands all the time. I have to be doing something, even if I'm watching the TV. I have to be either playing with my necklace, playing with my jewellery, playing with my beads, playing on my phone. You'll never see me very often with nothing in my hands. Okay, so you're like me. I find it very hard to sit and relax. So this is actually the only time I'll let you know that I sit and actually relax this session here with you guys. Because normally I'm flitting around, racing like a blue ass fly, helping everybody else. So so it says find a location where you can take 10 to 15 minutes, Jane, without being disturbed or watched. Set your timer for 10 minutes and begin to walk slowly. Put your arms in a comfortable position, clasped together or by your side. As you walk, breathe normally and begin to deliberately focus on the component or sensation of each step. So it's a little bit like, you know, exactly pacing each moment. Even think about your breath if you want, your breath going in your body and out, how many paces you're taking. Think about what's going on actually inside your body, Jane, not what's going on outside and around you. Try and distract that away if you can, but obviously don't get run over or anything like that. Keep your eyes open, you know, but yeah, they're just telling you to take that time out away from the hectic stuff and have that walk. It also says lifting your feet, moving in the air, so maybe yoga's coming to mind. I don't know whether you do yoga, Jane, but there are some good yoga videos that my sister's been trying to get me to do on YouTube. She keeps saying, go on YouTube and look at yoga, so maybe that might be an option for you, Jane, to do a bit of yoga. It says take 10 to 15 steps and turn around back to where you came from, letting your mind and thoughts go as you return to focus on the components of each step. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. In fact, I think because you find it so hard to meditate, Jane, you're like how I started. I really thought meditation was crap, boring, how do I do it? No idea. But if you start doing it like that, with something like swimming, walking, something that's not sat sort of doing this, because you don't have to do that. Meditation can literally be done anywhere, anytime, any place. If you've learned how to distract from the mind, it can be done literally anywhere. Washing up even. I do it washing up as well. I just look out at the grass and what's going on, the birds, and I literally just distract my mind from what's going on in the house. Even if the kids are screaming, I'm doing the washing up, and that's my meditation time. Okay, so see if you can do that, Jane, and Epsom bath salts as well, I feel, for you. Alright, if you can do that. So, let's see who's next. Put the cards back. I'll just have a sip of my water a minute. I'll have to flip through the list and see if there was anyone else. I've probably been here an hour now, you know, because I never know how long I've been. There's no time in this. Oh yes, there is. I have got a clock. I forgot that. I did. I put a clock up. But the ticking annoys me, so I might move it and see. 8:30 already. My word. Is it? Mind you, I was 10 minutes late, so I've been here just over an hour. Don't I talk the hind legs off a donkey? It's a shame you guys can't speak as well. I'm sure what we ought to do is one of those video link things. Would that be better, where you all join up in a group and we can all talk? But I don't know how many people can actually join these groups. Oh, I love all the hearts going up. Amazing. I wish I could see orbs in here. There was once when I done readings, there was orbs in here. I mean, I don't usually get spirit connect over when I'm here on live on stream. I feel sensations in the room, I feel tingles, and I feel things around me, but I tend to not like to do spiritual, as in people past, live, not so much. Because last time I done that, we did have some spooky things going in the room, and some of it can be quite personal and private, and I can sometimes shed a tear, not, you know, I can feel a bit emotional. So those kind of readings I prefer to do one-on-one, privately, really, if that makes sense. And I can do them by email. You don't have to see my face. In fact, sometimes I've had some incredible readings without being with the person. So yeah, if anybody else would like a reading, say now or forever hold your peace. Let me see if there was anyone else. I know I'd done. Debbie, did you want one? I think you did. I'm gonna do Debbie Stones if she's still there. Oh, I love you too, Jane. Have you always spelt your name Jane? For some reason I keep thinking you spell it Jayne, and I don't know if you did. Or is it just me being silly? So I know a few Janes, but I've got an auntie Jane and she spells her name like yours. I think, is she still there? Just say yes, Debbie Stones, if you're still there. I see you, Laura, as well. I just didn't want to do the reading for Laura Stone, Debbie Stones, if she didn't want it, but I think she did. Ah. How bizarre. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were called Jane. I was going to be called Hayley Jane, actually, but I haven't got a middle name. My mum didn't give me one. She gave my sisters one and she didn't give me one. I don't know why I'm not worthy. Right, Donna Stones, are you there? I don't know if she is there still. She might have logged off. I was going to email her in a bit, wasn't I? Oh yeah, we'll do Alicia then. And then I'll go back to Laura, because I did Laura one yesterday, but I'll do Alicia a minute. Right. That was so bizarre, Alicia. I was talking about you, honestly. And then I seen your message. I knew it was you. Well, I wasn't certain because it was Froome, and I was thinking, has she moved? Because I knew you lived in Mells. Did you hear my gran passed? I expect you did. Good old Iris Wilcox, 99, bless her. That's who I was talking about at the beginning. Right, Alicia. And I do actually feel tingles with me, Alicia, with this one, with you. So there's somebody with me here, but I won't say who they are. And I was thinking about that person the other day before you messaged me, actually. I think you know who I'm talking about. Right. Well, I don't know if you are getting married, but we've got a marriage card here for you, Sarah. Not Sarah, Alicia. Oh. So I'm reading your message as well at the same time. I'll read it in a minute. Right, something that's dear to your heart anyway, Alicia. So your heart chakra is needing some healing at the moment, okay? So I don't know if you've been really emotional lately, and there's been some anniversaries as well, which has really brought it out of you as well, especially in the COVID period. You've had more time to think about things. Not yet, Alicia, not getting married, but that's your last card you've got here. It just says wedding, okay? It doesn't say you're not actually getting married, it just says wedding, okay? We'll get to that one in a minute. So it could be a union of two souls, basically. It might not mean you're actually going to get married. It can be a union of two souls. But this card did pop up the other day for Sarah, and she's getting married, okay? But I've obviously already done Sarah. But yeah, that one did pop up the other day. But yeah, you've got the heart chakra to begin with, okay? So that's where you need some love at the moment, okay? The heart is where your physical being is being attuned to love. Okay, so don't be scared to love, it's basically saying. I don't know if you've been scared to love anyone or fall in love again, but I get that feeling that you're scared to give your heart fully to someone, because you really don't want to get hurt. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of protection and guidance there for you. There's the card in question. There's the angel with her wings. That's you looking sad, you know, with your hand on your heart, okay? And it's saying, what do you desire? What do you want? Because you're not sure what you want out of life at the moment. So the card you've got is what do you desire, literally, okay? So you've got the opportunity now to write the script how you want your life to be. That's what I'm being told. Okay, so once you decide what it is you want, then they're going to come in and help you, those little angels, all right? Because you're so confused and you don't know what you want at the moment and where you want to be. You know, it's hard for you to decide where to go. Yeah, does that make sense to you? So you just need a little push in the right direction, I feel. And it is actually coming up energy work. That's the third card that's come up. And energy work is obviously what I do, okay? And you have asked me, and I will text you, and, you know, I'm going to do something with you, Alicia, all right? We're going to do something, and we're going to get that on the ball, on the go, and I want you to feel strong and whole again, and we're going to get you where you want to be, okay? So it says life is electrifying because it's every essence of energy, okay? But you've sort of lost that energy within yourself at the minute, and you just need that back again, okay? Your hands and heart are activated. Apparently, you're activated yourself to give energy work, so you're more healing than you realise, okay? So I don't know if you've ever thought about learning anything like Reiki yourself. Has it crossed your mind at all? But you could do that. You could actually learn Reiki level 1 or something like that for yourself. And that would get you back on track where you want to be. That's what really helped me. I did it for my dad initially, but at the time I was in a lost place. I didn't really know where I wanted to be. I felt like I was a bit of a loose cannon, bit of a rebel teenager maybe, not really bad, but I used to sort of bicker with my dad and stuff, and we never seen eye to eye when he was alive, sort of thing near the end. So yeah, it really helped me sort myself out, and you know, sort myself out first and heal myself. So don't feel guilty. I feel you're holding a lot of guilt as well, and things you don't need to be holding that you need to get rid of, okay? Because that's not doing you any good. So this union thing, it is the wedding card, look, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're getting married, okay? So it could be in a year's time. I don't give a time scale on it because in spirit we don't give time scales. It's hard for them to really give me a time scale, but whenever I've given readings before and big things come out maybe like that, it's usually within 6 months to a year. It could be 2 years. So when I've said to someone you're going to have a baby and they said to me, oh no, I'm not, a year or so later they've said, oh yes, I'm pregnant. So never hold your breath, Alicia, all right? So it could be that you're getting married, but it says a union of two souls, a commitment, something to do with love. Okay, it could even be to do with family. Okay, it could be something to do with family. It might not even be a baby. Okay, so I'm not going to say specifically what it is, but I know something's going to happen with a union in the future. Okay, but that's not going to happen until you've decided what it is you want to do, where you want to be, and we've sorted out this heart chakra and your energy inside of you. Okay, so once your mind is in the right place, your body will be in the right place. Okay, that's what I've always, for the last, and I'm not joking now, this is why I haven't been doing the work before until now, for the last 7 or 8 months, I have been in absolute agony with my hip, and I'm not joking, absolute agony. And I've been to the doctors, they've done tests, MRI tests. This has been going on for some years now, mind, on and off. So one minute I'm fine, the next I'm really poorly. And there's nothing comes back from the test. So my final conclusion, because I seen a wizard guy at my mystical fair, is that it's to do with an ascension process, he told me. I said, what's that? He said, it's where you're raising your vibrations and you're getting more powerful. But you have to shed the old to get to the new. So every time I get this healing crisis, as I call it, with the bad hip, I know that eventually if I send myself some healing and I get back into my energy work, I'm going to be back in the right place where I want to be. And lo and behold, today and yesterday, since I've done this crystal grid, I'm kidding me not, I'm out of pain completely. And thank my angels, God, I'm glad I'm out of pain, because I've sort of learned to live with that aching pain, gnawing pain. It's been driving me absolutely nuts. So I know how you must feel sometimes. It's horrible being in pain all the time. And you feel like, what's the point in being here, because I'm always in pain, I can't do this and I can't do that. But honestly, if I can help you, I really will, because I know how you feel, alright? So if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I know we've not all been in the same places as other people, but I say you can never, don't walk the path, or you can't walk someone else's shoes, or try to walk someone else's shoes if you've not been there yourself. So you should never try to judge anyone, that's what I say. Alright, so we're all equal beings, we've all had stuff happen to us, and we can't really judge whether someone else's pain has been worse than ours, because you just don't know. Okay, so if we could all meet together and help each other and send love to everyone, I think that's the best way to be. Alright, I'm going to do a chakra one for you as well, Alicia, just out of interest, because I know you ordered a couple of stones off of me, didn't you, the other day? So, a necklace, so it'd be interesting to see if that one comes out that you ordered, actually. So let's give them a knock. Oh, I'm so happy, Sandy. You know how I've struggled with this hip on and off, and it's restricted me from helping others as well. As I'm a support worker as well, part-time, I work with mental health as well, part-time. I do work with a lot of vulnerable people that require me to look after them, you know, and sort of take them out and drive and clean for them. So, you know, it has been tough to sort of be, you know, balance everything and look after the children as well. But luckily I only get the children once every fortnight. I share them with Dad. Let's see what comes out for Alicia. Oh, Alicia, did the purple one. Oh my God. So you picked the right one, my love. And the purple one is actually the one that's going to enlighten you to the spiritual place you want to be. Because that's for your higher chakras, the purple one, okay, which is up above the head. Can you see that? Purple there. Okay, so it's up here. Blue, followed by purple, and up again would be like clear quartz, which is the one I'm wearing, okay? So purple is really for spiritual, headaches as well, if you suffer with headaches, nightmares, sleeping, that sort of thing. It's really good for that. And I know you ordered the hematite as well, the purple hematite. That's really good for grounding. So you've actually ordered two really good stones, one for the higher chakras, one for the lower chakras. So brilliant. You'll be grounded and you'll be connected to the higher self. So that's brilliant. You've ordered those two. Absolutely brilliant. It says action, light a white candle. Okay. You've got to light a white candle, Alicia, and repeat the mantra, ah, to open up your... When I say ah, you've got to go... you've got to really do it from the base of your stomach and go, I know that sounds like, and get that vibration going so you can feel that vibration in your tummy. So when you're on your own, light a white candle and repeat that mantra to open up your crown chakra, okay? So that amethyst is going to help open up your crown chakra anyway, but if I can get a clear quartz to you as well, that would be even better. That would open you up even more, okay? But that's why they're saying white candle, okay? My conscious is expanding, Alicia. Okay, so you're in the right place. You wouldn't be watching this video otherwise. You often find that you're always in the right place at the right time where you need to be. So how ironic is it that you watched my video the other day and we used to know each other when we were younger, and I had a funny feeling it was you, but I wasn't sure. And then I read messages and it is you. So I was quite freaked out. So everything happens for a reason, all right? Someone or somewhere has brought you to me for a reason, I believe. Okay? So I hope that helps you, my love, and they should be with you soon. They were posted yesterday, but obviously being Bank Holiday Monday, I couldn't post them on Monday, so they might take a bit longer to get to you than they normally would. Let's see what it says on the happiness one for you, Alicia. I hope you're out of pain soon as well, Sandy, or at least a little bit. I know sometimes when we have ongoing terminal illnesses, we can't get rid of things completely, but if we can minimise the pain as much as we can, that would be fantastic. I mean, I'd love to actually cure someone, you know, completely. That would be amazing. One day, maybe. Although I have cured someone with a bad back a long, long time ago. Like, you've got meditation, funny enough, Alicia. So if you can meditate with that white candle and do that mantra, that would really help you. This one is great if you're standing in a busy line, waiting to get off an aeroplane, or needing to take your mind off of something. Begin to breathe in slowly and deeply, remember, in through the nose and out through the mouth, Alicia. Shift your awareness to the soundscape around you. Begin to count distant sounds in the environment. Maybe there's a low chatter, some dinging of objects or bird song. You can count them on your fingers or tally them up in your head. Continue breathing slowly and deeply until you have heard 10 distant sounds around you. So it's a bit like listening to the sounds around you and engaging in that to get that chatter from your brain. Okay, a bit like what we said to Jane when you go for a walk. Try and think about all the things around you. And my angel music stopped, which I don't like, so I'm just going to go and switch the angel music back on. Although I will be finishing very shortly because it is getting late. But we don't like no angel music. This was the CD I actually played when I killed my dad 14 years ago. So this was my favourite Angel CD. Yeah, the Angels should be switching it on, not me. No, they can't. I don't know if you can hear it actually. But yeah, this was my #1 favourite Angel CD. I've got to sit back and relax now. Gosh, my back's killing me now. Oh, alright. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I will be back again. I'm going to do Sandy a card though before I go, because Sandy needs a card. But I will be back again on the 13th. I don't really like 13, but I'm not going to be superstitious, but I'm going to come back on the 13th, because that's sort of the new moon. It's really very late on the 12th, but we're not going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to do it at, on the 13th. That's when I'm going to deactivate this grid, and I'd love for you all to come back and let me know how you feel then, whether it's actually helped you or not. A percentage maybe out of 100 on how good you feel. No problem, Sarah. I hope your partner gets on well with his operation. I wish him all the best. Let me know when the date is, and I'll send some extra healing at the Pacific time he's in there, if you want me to. And I will say, Sarah, on Monday, honestly, my guts were absolutely killing me, and I didn't know whether it was because of your partner or not, but I don't know whether it was a whole general thing, but I was literally, my belly was growling and it was going, and yeah, but also I did come on my monthly early, so it was a mixture of everything all in one day. Happy birthday, Laura. I forgot that. Oh yeah, it's not yet. I thought you meant now. Oh, 12th. So should we come back on the 12th then? Is that really the full moon? Is it like 3 or something in the morning? 13th is your mum's favourite number, bless you. Yeah, I'm not really too superstitious anymore. I used to be, but once I got into all this, I thought it's only superstitious if you want it to be. I think somebody decided once upon a time, a long time ago, that 13 was going to be... I thought it was a lucky number, actually, I heard somewhere. Someone told me it's actually a lucky number, not an unlucky number. Has anyone else heard that? Right, let's do Sandy's angel cards. Good, bless her. I owe you an angel card reading, Sandy, don't I? Because of this COVID, I've not been able to come up and do it. But I will drop that hamper off as well if you want me to, my love, when I'm next up your way. Or I can send half to your sister and bring some up to you. It's entirely up to you. Right, let's see what Sandy's got. Oh, notice the signs, Sandy, but I'm sure you do already. You've got notice the signs card. That one there. Notice the signs. Little purple angel. Have you bought a new dangly or anything lately? A new angel dangly? Because I was only talking about that the other day. That you like them in your porch, and I feel like you've got some more angel things going on that you've bought recently. There's not much room for many more. Because I don't know, I was going to give, because obviously you bought those ones off of me, didn't you? And when you bought those, I thought, I bet she's got so many in her thing now. So yeah, they've been dropping coins and feathers, Sandy, again for you to collect. I don't know if you've been finding those. But yeah, in your seat or in your bed, random coins and feathers that you've been finding or haven't found yet, but they're saying notice the signs, okay? That will be your mum, I think, as you know. Also, I feel there's going to be a gemstone pop up that you've lost, that you're going to find again. I feel it's green for some reason, but you've lost a gemstone and you're a bit annoyed you've lost it. Or it was a long time ago, you've forgotten all about it, and it's going to come back in your possession again after all this time. If it does, I feel you do need to use that stone, but do cleanse it first, okay? So pop it out in the moonlight first before, okay? Because you've used it before somewhere. I want to say aventurine or green aventurine. It could even be one you bought off of me, but there's a stone you've got tucked away somewhere of some description, and it's going to pop up and you'll be like, oh, I haven't seen that for a while. Alright? There's going to be a bit of financial situation for you, as in a bit of financial worry, but they're going to heal that for you, okay? So they want you to give any concerns of money to them, alright? And they're going to guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. That means taking things, Sandy. Start accepting things from people. Don't say no, okay? You want more abundance coming your way. You want more good things and good luck coming your way, because you give out so much that you need more to come back in, alright? So if anybody offers you anything, please take it. Don't say no, 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 no. Always take the offers, Sandy, alright, to balance that out. And as you work together with your angels on that, you'll notice that the situation will heal a lot faster on that one, alright, if you take as well as give, okay? It says your relationship is primarily with yourself and God, and then from there on, you know, you can attract and heal and balance your relationships and snuggle more closely to your Creator. Does that make sense to you, Sandy? And the more you feel safe and loved within, and so your other relationships will bloom and blossom as well, okay? That's the message I'm getting from the angels, okay? I'm going to pick one more for you. Oh, this bleeding wedding card keeps coming out. Is it for you, Sarah? It keeps coming out all the time. Although, it could be you as well, Sandy, because it says a union. Have you got a wedding coming up, Sandy? Is that a yes? But it says a union of two souls, so I'm just wondering now, is it your anniversary soon with your partner? Are you doing something special? Is it a special anniversary? A union of two souls? So that's come up quite a lot. That's come up twice now in tonight's reading for two different people. To me, it feels more like it's a renewal, you know, like a commitment thing. Maybe just the renewal of something, of a union of two souls. But it's the wedding card, so I don't... Keep that in mind though, Sandy, because it could be somebody in the family possibly getting married. It might not be you, alright? Sometimes when that pops up, that's quite significant, that one. But it just says marriage is the union of two souls in love, mutual respect and commitment, okay? It signifies a desire to deepen love over time, okay? So maybe it is just something to do with someone else getting married or a commitment to something, I'm thinking. So keep that one in mind, the wedding. Sometimes the cards don't literally mean what they say, if you know what I mean. It doesn't actually mean you're gonna get married. Okay, it just might mean a union of some kind. It could be even you and your sister, you know, a union about your mum or something like that. That's what I'm thinking, because we've got the colour green again, and I know your mum likes the green. And this angel stood over sort of a canopy, you know, one of those floral sort of canopies. Okay, so I don't know if that comes to mind anywhere. Alright, let's see what chakra one you have. This is quite a nice track, this one. What colour do you think you'll have, Sandy? I still want to say green, but... Let's see then. But then again, we could get purple. You're a purple girl as well. Oh, no. Funny enough, it's for your condition, Sandy. Yellow. It says, my instincts are spot on. That means your instincts are spot on, Sandy. So you're getting more and more intuitive. Alright? No, she had yellow. I was thinking that. I was going to say yellow and I didn't. I thought, no, I'm going to stick with it, because they always say stick with your first, and you should always stick with the first colour you get. And I stupidly had yellow first, but I went with silly green. So yeah, she's got yellow. Her instincts are spot on. Hold your right hand, Sandy, below your rib cage and tune into your gut instincts. What do they tell you? Okay, and it's funny you've got yellow, because that's the area where you suffer with with your illness, isn't it? Okay, and that's the stones, which would be really good for you, orange and yellow. All right, so that's, but you can get yellow jasper actually. I wonder if you've got one of those. I was going to ask you that, or citrine. All right, you can see yellow's in the middle there. All right, so you're very instinctive, and yellow is the powerhouse, Sandy. So if you're getting your instincts from your gut instinct, that means you're quite powerful there, and that might be why you even have what you have. You know, thinking about it, why you suffer there. Because you are such an intuitive person and you feel everything, and over time that's created, you know, that chakra to deplete. Does that make sense? So if we can get that chakra good again, that would be so good. Yeah, they say go with your gut, don't they? Not your heart, usually. Right, let's do a happiness card for you. I seem to be spreading them around everywhere here. I'm having a card spread. And we're half in the dark, which doesn't help, does it? But it's more spiritual in the dark. Right. I'm going to have to log off in a minute, I think. Otherwise, Right. I close my eyes, Sandy. This one. You've got purple again, actually. Purpose this time, Sandy. The sweet spot, it says. It says, set aside an hour for this because the results are powerful. I think I had this one actually, Sandy, and I did do this one. This was before Christmas. Draw 3 circles big enough to write several bullet points in. Label 1 purpose for things that bring meaning to your life, another fun for things you love to do, and the other talents, or things you're good at. Write 5 to 10 things in each circle. Once you've completed this exercise, draw a 3-circle Venn diagram and begin looking for things on your list that overlap. Place the words that show up in a multiple category in the crossover sections of the Venn diagram. The more things that overlap, the experts say, the closer you are to your sweet spot, your purpose or mission. Anything you can put in the centre. That's quite a good exercise, isn't it? I thought everybody ought to try that. Okay? Oh, I hope that helps, Sandy. That one. Okay, I did do that one and it was quite interesting. Right. Well, I haven't, I know you want one, Laura Murphy, but I'm just thinking, should I do someone that hasn't had one before? That was all. There's one person on there. Is it Kayla? Kayla Page Foster? These are just guidance sort of readings. Kate, is that right, Kayla? Kayla, I don't want to get it wrong, Kayla. My phone's so small I can't see very well in the dark. Keep losing them, guys. These angel cards. Right, here they are. Alright, let me give them a good shuffle a minute. Oh. Sometimes if they fly out the pack, that means you're meant to have them. But we haven't had any flybys tonight. She says, as 25 of them go all across the floor. No, I'm lying, there's 44. Right. Right, I'm going to pick out 3 for you, Kayla. Right, we've got ground yourself, if you know what that means. Ground yourself means grounded to Mother Earth, your roots to the floor, so you feel nice and solid, so you don't feel like you're going up with the clouds. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if you've done meditation before or anything like that, but try and think of yourself with your roots, like when you sit up in bed and you put your feet on the floor. Imagine roots growing into the ground, into Mother Earth, and wrapping around the core, and that's a good way to ground yourself. Or eating or drinking is a good way to ground yourself. Or using gemstones like dark coloured stones such as black, grey, the root chakra, which would help ground you, which is what we were talking about just now, sort of red jasper, anything like that to make you feel grounded to Mother Earth. You can also walk barefoot, that would help. So you've got that one, look, that says ground yourself. Alright, so I don't know if you feel a bit airy-fairy sometimes, like you can't make decisions and you're not quite sure. That would be why, because you need to just make sure you're grounded. Okay, I don't know if she's there. Kayla Page Foster, that's for you, my love. Alright, the ground yourself. Okay, so when you detach from your body, you become ungrounded, you feel like you're floating, and it can be a bit of a horrible feeling, okay? So they're just asking you to ground yourself. Also, see only love, okay? You need to look past sort of errors and mistakes and any misunderstandings in the last sort of 6 to 12 months and try to see love within each person. I feel there's been a few angry people or a few people you've been angry with, and you need to just let that go, okay? Every situation brings about healing, okay, in undreamed of ways. That's what the angels are telling me for you. All right, so what seems to be trouble is actually going to be a blessing in disguise, Kayla, okay? I've never met you before or spoke to you before, I don't think. Okay, so what appears to be a problem is actually the answer to your prayers. Okay, so I don't know if that's come forward yet for you in your life, but that's what it's telling me, your card 3 here. Trust in heaven, okay, and infinite wisdom to answer your prayers in the best way. So I feel that you've probably been asking maybe for some help and guidance, but you just feel you're not getting it at the moment. So maybe that's why you've had to come here, just to let you know that they have heard you. And it is a blessing in disguise what's going to happen next, or what's happening at the moment, alright? So I won't say too much online, but you might already know what that is, alright? If you don't, it will reveal itself, okay? Let's see what we've got on the chakras for you, because it's saying ground yourself, so it'd be interesting to see what stone actually comes forward for you, or what it says on these chakra cards. So this one's from Kayla. Oh, you've got the yellow one, Kayla. It says, people respect my worth, okay? So I think there's a few people around not treating you right, as I said before, and you've been getting angry with that. So people need to respect you for your worth, okay? You've got the yellow card, which is your powerhouse, which is right in your abdomen here, just under your rib cage, between your rib cage and your stomach. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. The yellow one there, just where my finger is here, okay? That's your powerhouse, where all your sort of energy comes from, and all your ideas and all your motivation for life, really. And if this powerhouse is down, it can tend to make us feel a bit depleted, and a little bit not with it, and a little bit unmotivated and stuff, okay? So if you can activate this chakra as well as the grounding chakra as well, because it might be 2 that you need help with, unblocking one will help unblock the other. Does that make sense? So it could be that you have a little bit of healing to do in that area too. So that any stones that are yellow would help you, gemstones. That would be citrine, yellow aventurine, yellow jasper, anything like that. It says here, activate your personal powerhouse by doing the mantra Ram. If you know what a mantra is, that's where you sit and say Ram, literally, and you let that vibrate on your mouth so you can feel it buzzing on your mouth. And if you can do that and imagine every cell radiating with pride, okay? So if you can imagine roots growing into the ground and do the mantra at the same time, that would be great. And imagine those roots growing into Mother Earth, and you'd be doing 2 things at once then, okay? And you could even do what Sandy had, which was you can hold your hand on your solar plexus, and you can feel the heat from your hand sort of going into that solar plexus. And when you meditate or do the root chakra thing, you can breathe in through your nose, hold that stomach, and release slowly through your mouth for 5 seconds. And I find that really helps start us up for the day. Okay, so I hope that helps you, Kayla, with that. I don't know if you do get any stomach problems or any problems in the lower region, but if you do, that would be why. Okay, because you need some healing in those areas. Okay, so sometimes you might get IBS, water infections, that sort of thing, can create itself when those chakras are out of balance. Okay, and if it's been going on a long time, then obviously it can lead to you know, bigger illnesses, such as what my dad had. You know, my dad wasn't very good at communicating and speaking up. He was always worried what other people would think, and that was obviously affecting his throat chakra. And over a long time, I mean 20, 30 years, eventually it turned into throat cancer. You know, so we have to be very careful about our thoughts, our feelings, how we go about our life, because all these things can have a knock-on effect on our bodies. And the doctors don't really look at us in that way, I don't feel. They don't look at us in a holistic way, I call it. They look at us with just pills, have this pill, have that pill. But to look at the whole body as a whole, and our energy fields and everything, you know, it's quite complex. So that's one of the reasons I don't have medications much, and I don't go to the doctors if I can help it, because I find it doesn't help me at all. This helps me more. Not that I'm dissing doctors or any GPs or anybody that's got one, because there's certain people that do need medications from doctors and tests, and we need them obviously for COVID. So, you know, I'm not dissing anybody on that, but everybody's got their own opinion. So I'm just going to do you a happiness card, Kayla. Okay, let's see what comes out. Obviously, I do have my own sort of disclaimers. You know that what I say today is interpreted in the way you want to interpret it. You know, nobody's right and nobody's wrong, but nobody's ever come back yet and sued me. This is all for fun as well and entertainment, as well as I do take it seriously. Right, you've got there. This is the 21-day commitment you can do. Find a way. Let me see, it's gratitude you've got, okay? So you've got to start a gratitude journal, Kayla. Alright, you need to be grateful for all the things you've got in your life by the sounds of it and the things you've got already. So let's see what it says. Write down 5 things that make you happy each night before bed. Okay? Think about what each item means to you as you write it down. Making this part of your routine will help you avoid taking things for granted and having lasted happiness effects beyond the 21-day period. Bonus points for sharing them over the dinner table with your loved ones, apparently. Okay, so that's quite an interesting card. Okay, so I presume you've got to do that for 21 days, all right? Every night you need to write down those 5 things, okay? 5 things that make you happy. And think about what each of them means to you, all right? Okay, I hope that helps you. Thank you for visiting my page. Oh, everybody wants right. Okay, I'll make this one the last one for Abby Will write, okay? The last one, Abby. Is that alright? So if anyone else writes, I do it next time. I promise. Now, if I've said anything to you and it doesn't make any sense, or, you know, and you want to come back and ask me anything in a week or two's time, you can. But I don't put time scales on this as such. If I've told someone, say they were going to have a baby, which would be a big thing to tell someone, which I have before, they've usually come back to me within a year and said, yeah, I'm having a baby. But, yeah, that's happened to me twice, actually, that one. Sometimes things and cards don't always reveal themselves how you think they would or how they seem to be. That's why I work with angel cards rather than tarot, because tarot scare me to death and they scare other people to death, because if you get the death card, people think they're going to die, and it doesn't mean that at all. It just means there's going to be a change. Okay, so I like to work with these because they're a little bit more gentler. These are a little bit, they don't give you quite so much information. The ones I want to work with next time, if I do it, will be these. They're more tarot. These are tarot angel cards, but I'm not so familiar with these, and I don't want to start using cards that I'm not familiar with. But then I thought the only way I'm going to learn is to actually use them. So if you guys don't mind me using these next time, then I will. Okay. Right, but I tend to use them more for my one-on-one readings, because you get a much bigger thing with those. Right, here we go then, Abby. Right, you've got energy work as well, Abby. I don't know if you've had Reiki or do Reiki or had any energy work from anyone in the past, or whether you're an energy practitioner yourself or a healer yourself, but that card would suggest that you have got healing powers as well yourself, within yourself. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but it says that your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to loved ones and clients. So I don't know if you've ever thought about doing that. And I bet if you are, I bet you find you're susceptible to energies like me, which means that you'll be affected by other people in the room, or you sense negative energies big time. Okay, so I don't know if you can comment there whether you do get that or not. If you do, then that means you're meant to, you know, be a light worker possibly and do things like what I do. Oh, night Sandy, I'm going to bed in a minute. I didn't realise it was so late actually. So yeah, there's an opportunity to forgive as well there with that reading I've got for you, Abby. There's a situation that you need to forgive someone in. So you need it's someone you can't reach, I feel, someone you can't see at the moment because of COVID, and maybe you fell out or something. And there's somebody you really want to forgive them, or you need to say something to them, and you feel really bad because you've not been able to say sorry or forgive each other. You sort of parted in ways, and I think it was a misinterpretation. That's what I'm getting, a misinterpretation of something. It wasn't a misinterpreted text or something like that. It was something misinterpreted, and it wasn't meant to be that way. And there's an opportunity there to forgive, okay? So they're going to help you, these angels and guides, to do that and put that compassion in to forgive this person. You've been hemming and hawing with it, I think, and you're not too sure, but I'm getting the light that you've got to do that, okay, before you can move on. Does that make sense, Abby? Because until you forgive this person, you're going to carry that hatred in you, and that's going to affect your chakras and how you feel. So try and send this person love and light, or the situation that I'm talking about, okay? The more you can do that, the more it will fleet on its way and not bother you anymore, okay? So there's nothing to worry about. You've got the nothing to worry about card as well, okay? There we go, I'll show you. Opportunity to forgive, nothing to worry about. You're safe and the situation's all under control, they're telling me, okay? And you've got to just make sure your thoughts and emotions, like we just said, are all positive, okay? Try and make them positive if you can. The slightest little bit of doubt or hate is going to start creating that negative energy, okay, that you don't want, okay? Brilliant, brilliant. I won't say what it's about because I don't get all the details. I only get snippets, and I only get like bare bones, unless I'm actually with the person. I get a lot more once the person's in the room with me, or I'm connected one-on-one with that person, because the energies fly between space and time, a bit like the distance healing. It's a bit crazy, but that's what happens. So I tend to be more connected with someone, and I get more when I'm just speaking to one person, okay? So I've got that for you, and see what we got for the chakras. These are some new chakra cards. I had these free actually, and oh gosh, a load just flew out. What did I say about flying cards? So does that mean you've got to have all three of those then? They just flew out on the floor. Wow. You've got 2 orange ones and 1 yellow one. I'm going to go with that because whenever they fly out my pack, usually that's the ones that are needed, and that's not happened all night until now. Right, it says, my pleasure is free of guilt. So I think that's got something to do with the situation, like we were talking about. I said, didn't I, you were feeling guilty, so we've got that one. Okay, that's flew out the pack. And that's the orange chakra, which is just below, I'll show you. It's easier to show you on here than explain. Just below, can you see the orange one there? It's where your female anatomy is, almost, just above it. Okay, where you're sort of below your belly button, I'd say. So it says, dab orange essential oil on a tissue and inhale it. The uplifting scent will help you focus on the joy of the moment, okay? So that's about the guilt, okay? So if you can get some orange fragrances going on somewhere, that would really help you, or maybe even eating oranges. I've got a feeling you don't like them though. But yeah, I don't like oranges either. But if you can try and get some orange juice down you, or surround yourself with orange, and that goes for all you other guys that have had chakra advice tonight. I should have said that. You can also do other things to help your chakras, like oils, flowers, clothes, lots of things you can do to surround yourself with that particular colour to help that chakra, okay, as well as the stones. So stones for you on that one, Abby, would be orange carnelian, that sort of I haven't got one here I can show you offhand, but orange carnelian, you can look that up. I have got some on my site, I think. So yeah, orange stones for you, especially as you've got 2. I am confident I am worthy is the next one that you had. Okay, so I think this situation has made you feel bad, like I said, and you need your self-worth back again. So by forgiving and everything else, that will be great. It says, if you're feeling insecure, you can chant the mantra VAM, okay, and that will raise your self-esteem a bit as well. Red jasper is really good as well for confidence and self-esteem. Okay. Sorry, Debbie Stones, I didn't know if you wanted one or not, because I was asking, did you want one, and I couldn't see another reply there, so I thought you'd logged off. And the yellow one as well, Abby, you've got, I make my own life choices. If you feel swayed by other people, it says sniff ginger, essential oils to help bring clarity and stay strong. Okay, and stones for that would be citrine, anything yellow stones, so yellow and orange. So all your healing at the moment sounds like it's the lower chakra areas, okay? I will do you, Debs, because I promised to do you, and I thought you disappeared, so I wasn't sort of connecting with you there. Alright, but now you're back, I will do you again once I finish this last card for Abby. And I promised Debbie's used my last one. Because I should have done you ages ago, but I couldn't see you, so I thought you'd gone. And I was gonna inbox you after anyway. Right. You have gratitude. It says launch appreciation fest, whatever that means. Let's see what that means. Surprise someone you're grateful for today, and you may make his or her week for a month or a year. It says plot with some friends. I'm going to have to turn this light up a minute. Plot with some friends, family members or co-workers to show someone in your life with gratitude. Do it at the beginning of a meeting or at dinner, or at social media using a unique hashtag. If everyone shares something they're thankful about the person in one moment, then the person receiving it will be so overwhelmed with joy, and luckily you will be too. So I don't know if that means anything to you, Laura. It's got anything to do with what we were talking about before, but there's someone that you have to show gratitude for and do a surprise for. Okay? Right. No worries, Abby. I'm glad to be of help to you, my love. And I'll be back again on the 13th if you want to join me again. Alright? And just do one for Debs, because I did promise her. I don't want to say no to anybody else, but I did say Debs was going to be my last one. So whoever's not going to get one now, I promise I will do you if you come back online on the 13th of January, which is when I'll deactivate this healing grid. I promise I will do you. Alright? Let's get them all put back in the pack a minute, Debbie. And if anybody does want a full-on depth reading, I mean, when I do my guidance readings, I literally do the lot. You'll get guidance on which crystals to use, why your chakras are out of balance. You'll get an angel card reading. Sometimes I do the energy cards, and you'll get your animal, your power animal oracle guide come forward. So I tend to do a mix in a big reading. And you also get the gemstone sent to you as well that you need, that's infused with Reiki. And they're £30 to buy online, and you can order them online. And I do them by email or on Messenger. Sometimes we get spirit pop through, sometimes we don't. So I say I'm a little bit psychic, a little bit clairvoyant at times, but I never know which title to really give myself, because I can't promise that a spirit will come through. Sometimes it does. If a loved one wants to show themselves, it will. If a loved one doesn't want to show themselves, then they won't. So I won't promise anything. It's whatever is going to come up. Right, let's see for Debbie. Debbie Stones. You've waited a long time, Debbie. Thank you for your patience. Alright, you've got the Cupid, but I don't know if that means love. It doesn't necessarily mean love, the Cupid. A bit like the tarot cards, we can misinterpret them. Cupid could mean a love for yourself as well. Okay? So I think you need to love yourself a little bit more. I don't know if you've been giving yourself a hard time. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense to you, Debbie. Right, it's like they want to wake you up to the love of life again. You've kind of lost your inspiration and love for life, which is understandable because of everything that's going on at the moment. So the angels are saying, you know, your romance needs to be triggered again within your heart, you know, for life itself, okay? So it's not about falling in love with anyone or anything like that. It's about celebrating who you are, you know, and all the love and all the glory around you, because it's been really hard for you. Now I have got wedding card pop up again. This will be like the third or fourth time now this card's popped up. I'm not saying you're getting married though, Debs, or Debbie, really. Sorry I say Debs, because one of my friends was called Debs, so I've got a habit of doing that now, every Debbie I see. So yeah, so the union of two souls, Debbie. I don't know whether you were getting married or someone's getting married around you. Obviously that wouldn't be happening at the moment with COVID, but there's a union of two souls for some reason that's come up. Okay, this one here. Alright. It does say wedding, but it is a union of two souls. So that could be that maybe you rekindle something with somebody again that you've lost. I think you may be arguing, maybe, possibly. I don't want to say too much, but there's been a lot of heated moments that can tear people apart sometimes, and we need to unite back together again. Okay? The entire universe operates in giving and receiving, so you've got a giving and receiving card as well. So you need to give as well as receive to have that balance in your life, okay? So if you don't take things when people offer them to you, that sort of upsets the balance, okay? So always take things that people give you, that offer you. Don't say no, no, no. And also try and give a little bit more as well, okay? If that helps. Oh, your daughter. So there is someone getting married. See, now this one popped up earlier, and I'm wondering, because I didn't do you when I was supposed to do you, because I didn't see your name, was this one for you? Because that's popped up 3 or 4 times now for different people, and not everyone's been able to take that card. So that's quite interesting. So yeah. So basically it says when you excel, it's a bit like breathing in and breathing out. It's the same as giving and receiving. Okay? So when you breathe in, you breathe out. When you take, you must give. okay? And that sort of balances the energy in your life and makes everything a lot easier, and the energies around you. Because when you don't do that, it makes everything out of rhythm, out of sync. Does that make sense? So if you've been giving loads and loads and loads and no one's been giving back to you, that's why you're feeling strained at the moment, okay? So maybe don't give so much, Debbie, if that's the case, all right? If that's what it really is, don't give out so much. Start taking back a little bit for yourself, all right? It might seem a bit selfish at times, but we've got to do that to balance the energy, even me, okay? I used to be really terrible at saying, no, thanks, I don't want it, but if someone offers me something now, I take it, whether it be a food parcel or whatever. If you need it, you take it, okay? And you'll do this for optimum health and balance, all right? You need to cleanse and detoxify as well, it's saying, okay? Now, a really good cheap way to do that is Epsom salts. If you could pop down to the pound shop or the chemist and get yourself a bag of Epsom salts, that's a really good way to do a body cleanse, because the salts help get rid of any unwanted things you don't want. It's a shame you weren't here for my grid, Debbie Stones, because I would have, I don't know if you can see this here, I've got my hand over, I did a Reiki crystal healing grid for everyone on Sunday, and I can't deactivate it now for 14 days, but I'm thinking of doing another one, you know, in a month or so's time on the next full moon, and I would include you in it if you'd like to have some free Reiki healing sent to you, alright, and to the situation that you asked me about earlier. Alright, so you basically need to cleanse and detoxify your body. Maybe you've been, I don't know if everybody's had loads of drink, I know, over Christmas, but I feel everybody's been drinking generally more than necessary because of COVID, including myself. When I had a break from this, I did have a few bottles of wine and I didn't feel very good, and I'm glad now that I'm not drinking anymore, because it honestly doesn't agree with me at all. So yeah, so if you can do that, Debs, I know it's really difficult to do. Even if you cut down, they're telling me, or something like that, even if you cut down, if there's things that you are doing that you shouldn't be doing, cut down, as in drinking or anything like that, or smoking. But you've been doing it to help deal with the stress, I feel, which is what everyone does. So with their help, if you ask the angels to help you, they're going to help you shed those old ways, shed those old worries and cares, and bring you back that beautiful, gracefully purified body that you need, all right, so that you're nice and strong again. And then you're going to lead you to your life purpose. That's the last card you've got here. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. But don't worry about finding your purpose, it's telling me. Okay, you need to focus upon... Hang on, I've got to get this right now. This is what I've had before this card. Focus upon serving a purpose, and your purpose will serve you. Does that make sense? So don't worry about what your plan is, because I think you've been worrying too much about what you're doing and where you're going and where you're supposed to be. So it's kind of saying live each day as it comes, like live in the moment, Debbie. Does that make sense? Are you worrying too much about what's going to happen next week? Because obviously you just said your daughter's getting married as well, so that's going to have an impact. You're going to be worrying and fretting about things before they even get here. So I think they're saying slow down a little bit. Try and sort of, you know, don't worry too much, too far ahead, okay? Yeah? With my mum. What do you mean by that, my love? Oh, dementia. Well, I can't ask specific questions like that as such, the angels. Do you want me to try and pull out a card for your mum to see what comes out? Okay. Are you worrying like what you have to do for your mum and stuff? We'll have a little chat. We can have a little chat, you know, in private if you want to. You don't want me to. Let me see. I can see what comes forward from mum for you. I mean, I work with mental illness myself, but I don't actually work with dementia, but my sister does, and I know it's a really tough one, especially with that lady that passed the other day as well on telly, didn't she, bless her, the one from EastEnders. It is a hard thing to deal with memory and stuff, but stones and stuff that would help my memory. Anything blue would help her, I'd imagine, for the mind's eye, which is here. Anything blue and purple stones would be good for your mum. That would help her memory. And maybe rose quartz for calm, to keep her emotions calm. Green and rose quartz and green aventurine I've got for your mum. Right. I mean, I can send your mum some healing Debbie stones. I can do that when I do the next grid if you want me to. Alright. Oh, my auntie lived in Australia. She just gone, has he? Right, it's telling me trustworthy guidance, and it's got a person here writing in a journal. I don't know if you've received an idea about something, but it's saying that whatever this idea is that you've received, you must go forward with that idea. Okay, so I don't know if that's something to do with your mum, but it's saying that it's trustworthy guidance to go forwards with that, okay? Alright? I don't know whether that means extra care for your mum or something. I'm feeling that you want to bring someone else in, or you want someone else's opinion, or someone to help you. And they're saying, yes, go ahead with that, because you need that help. Does that make sense, Debbie? Alright, I hope that answers your question, because I feel you need a bit more support around you. Alright? Okay? But you're doing well. You're doing well. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope, Debbie. Alright? Thank you so much to everyone that's come. I haven't finished with you yet, Debbie. I'm going to do a chakra one for you. But I think your mum would really benefit from the blue and the green stones, and maybe clear quartz even, because clear quartz is a universal healer, and it's a protective stone, and it's for up here, higher up here. So any stones up in this area. Let me show you my little chart. Where's it gone? I did have a little chart here somewhere. I'll show you this instead. If you see that, there's all the chakra stone colours, and blue and purple is for the mind, okay? And higher up is obviously, you know, more clarity again, alright? Which is the one I've got on here, which is the clear quartz. It's amazing, this quartz. Honestly, you won't believe the science behind this clear quartz. It resonates at 756 milliseconds, which is faster than the speed of light. So I was mind boggled when I read that. Makes you wonder if there is actually time travel when you read stuff like that, doesn't it? So it's classed as not a metal, not a liquid, and not a gas, because it vibrates at that speed inside all the atoms of the crystal, which is amazing because it's actually solid. So get that one around your brain. That one's quite incredible. So basically, the Reiki energies I store within these stones and send them to you, and then, you know, you carry them with you, use them, and they heal you without me having to be with you. Right, this is the one we got for Debbie. It's blue, funnily enough, Debbie. There we go, look, blue. That's for you as well, okay? That might be for you and Mum, but you've got blue, so that's the throat chakra. Speak your own truth, okay? So you need to speak up more, Debbie, okay? Don't hold back. It says, plait blue thread while focusing on what matters to you. Tie it loosely around your wrist as a reminder. So I don't know if you're good at making bracelets and stuff, and doing things like macrame maybe, or those friendship bracelets, but it's telling you to plait blue thread, tie it around your bracelet to remember to speak your truth, okay? So blue stones for you would be for the throat chakra. I say blue lace agate, because that's a light blue stone. That's a very nice stone, blue lace agate. I don't know if I've got any here. I used to wear a ring of it. It's beautiful, that one. Turquoise is another good one, okay? So that one's about speaking your truth. Maybe people are trying to make decisions, Debbie, I think, without, you're not happy about it. People are trying to make decisions far away, maybe, and you're not happy about it, and you need confirmation somewhere that it's right, okay? And this one. Sometimes we do need a second hand or a second voice to... Oh, it's popped out, Deb's literally popped out the pack, so that's the one for you. I've had a couple fly outs tonight. Right, you've got connecting, Debbie. Coffee date with a fair tie, whatever that means, or a far tie, sorry. The most important asset is the size of your social portfolio. It's time to grow, and it's one far tie at a time. So then you need to grow your social circle, Debbie, it's saying here. The size and reliability of your social support network, which is what I was just saying. You need more support and help, yes, at the moment. Not just friends, but in other areas as well. But it says, you have close ties, very close best friends, and far ties. Acquaintances who you may only know a little bit. So making up this social support network. To grow these connections you can count on, take a far tie to coffee to deepen your relationship. This could be your boss, your mum's best friend, or someone who you meet at the gym. Okay, maybe you've got to have a coffee morning. That's what's screaming out to me there. Some sort of coffee morning. Maybe even a charity coffee morning for your mum. That's what I'm thinking. Have you ever thought of that? Doing something for dementia? Like a charity thing that would help your mum as well. That would be a real good thing to do. The reason I'm doing Purple Haze, Debbie, is because of my dad. He he passed with throat cancer 14 years ago, and it led me to do this. So never give up on anything, because you know there's always more life out there, okay, and more reason to carry on and everything else. And your mum is always going to be with you. My dad's always with me. All right, you take care. I love and light to all of you. Okay, bye everyone. I put my cards away. And I'll see you all on the 13th.